Hello dear students. Big changes happens with small steps. Today's video is based on a small but a crucial part of English grammar is subject and predicate.
Introduction. A clear identification of subject and predicate makes way for correct sentence framing. When we know a subject and predicate, sentence framing is quite easy. So, it later helps in writing essays, summaries, letters, and most importantly, making questions. Everybody likes to talk, don't you think? But we have to also be careful that our conversations are correct and clear. For this, you have to use the subject and predicate order carefully. What is a sentence? Children, you know what is a sentence, but I will tell you a clear definition and some trick to clearly identify whether a given line is a sentence or not. So listen. Subject and predicate are parts of a one complete sentence. Therefore, a sentence can be defined as a group of words which gives a complete meaning and does not depend on other words or sentence for meaning. It always contains a subject, a verb, and ends with a full stop. If we see the example which is given down, what is it? Read it. Yeah. The sky is full of stars. Let's find out first of all it is a sentence or not. First of all, it should have a what? Subject. What is a subject? Subject is the topic which we are talking about. For example, science is a topic, geography is a topic. Yes, poems can be a topic. In this sentence, the topic is what? Is it stars? Is it full? Is it is? Or is it the sky? What we are talking about? Yes, the sky. So the sky is the subject. The verb, as you already know, a verb is what? Yes, a verb shows action. Yes. So the verbs can also be a helping verb, we know that. Okay, like is, am, are, was, were, has, all these things. And also a verb can be connecting verb also. Okay. Now over here, the next step is what? It should have a full stop. A sentence always ends with a full stop. So can you see a full stop there? Yes. Look at the stars carefully. It has a full stop. So the rule for a sentence was what? It will have a subject, the topic which you are talking about. It will have a verb, means the action or a helping verb or a linking verb. The next is it should have a full stop. Children, first of all, remember this. A subject can be a noun, pronoun or noun phrase. Yes, this is most important. Remember children, a subject is usually a noun. That means the name of a person, place, animal or thing, pronoun, which can be a he, she, it. What is a noun phrase? Don't think that it is always a single word. It can be combination or a group of words which noun phrase. So the next one is a continuation of the first rule that a subject is the doer of the action in the sentence. So if there are 2-3 nouns in the sentence, so which one is the right one? Who is actually the subject? In such situations, you should always ask the question that the particular word or the particular noun or pronoun is the person doing the action. The answer for that. So the next one, if you are still confused, then ask the third question. What is the third question? Whether the particular noun or pronoun is answering the question of the predicate what or whom. For example, I played in the garden. So the question is, who played in the garden? Yes, who played in the garden? So the answer is, I played in the garden also, and also doing the action of playing. So that is a subject. Next rule is that comes before a verb in the sentence. Yes, many times, almost 80%, a verb always comes after the subject. So that there is a subject and immediately followed is a verb. But this is not always. Remember this. The last rule is that a subject usually comes at the starting of a sentence. However, in some sentence or proverbs, the ending too. So don't follow that rule that yes, so it is a starting word, it is a subject. No, so a subject can come at the ending also. So you have to be careful. Let's look at this example. In the zoo lived many. Okay, first of all, let's see the rule. First, we will find out the noun or the pronoun. Now over here, I can get one noun as the zoo, okay, which is a common noun. The next one is animals, wild animals. So from these two, which is the real subject? The real subject is wild animals, children. Yes. So who lived in the zoo? The answer is wild animals. So we are talking about living. The verb is what? Lived. So when we connect to the verb, the answer comes as wild animals. So always relate the verb and the doer of the action, or ask yourself what or whom, and you will easily come at the answer. What's a predicate? A predicate is a part of a sentence that gives information about the subject or tells what subject is or is doing. Yes, so as we already know that subject and predicate both are a part of sentence. So predicate is also part of sentence. Now predicate will give you information about the subject. What is a subject? A noun or a pronoun or a noun phrase. The second important note. A predicate usually begins with a verb. The important thing over there is what, children? Usually, not every time, many times, but so it starts with a verb. So you have to immediately, when you see a sentence, try to find out the verb. Where is your verb and where is the noun and pronoun? The third one, a predicate may not always come after the subject. So a predicate may also come first and subject can come second. So in your life also, it is not possible that you will always come second or third or first. The position keeps on changing. Similarly, subject and predicate also follow that rule. Let's look at one of the examples. Out came the sun. Yeah, out came the sun. Now where is my noun? Where is the pronoun? So out is not a noun. Came is also not a noun. It is a verb. The is also not a noun. The remaining thing is sun. And the sun is a proper noun. So sun is also our subject. So what is remaining now? Out came. So out came. Now came is a verb. But before came, what do we have? Out. So out and came are the predicate and the sun is a noun phrase or the subject in the sentence. Keep these rules in mind to quickly identify subject and predicate. In the exams, if you are running short of time and you really want to find out the subject and predicate quickly, so keep this rule in your mind. First, what is the rule? First, read full sentence slowly and understand the meaning. So you have to read the sentence slowly. Children, grammar needs to be done carefully. So you have to carefully read the sentence and understand the meaning too, that who is doing the action, who is getting affected, where is the verb. Try to analyze like this. The second rule is that find the doer of the action or noun. Underline, this is your subject. Try to understand who is doing the action, and in a sentence there can be more than one subject also. Once you have got the subject, now find the verb or the action word. This is the starting of the predicate. Yes, so find out the verb. Where is the action? Where is something happening? That can be verb, and that is also your marking the starting of the predicate. Now, what is the last one? The last one is very easy. The remaining parts except the subject are the predicate.
Do you remember the rules which I gave? Let's use those rules in this sentence. The mouse is a subject and was scared, as it also contains a helping verb, is the predicate. So simple. The second example, I saw a butterfly. Okay, this is a pronoun. Saw is a verb or is an article, and butterfly again is what? A common noun. So, I or butterfly, who is the subject? So, the butterfly saw me or I saw the butterfly? The predicate is asking, saw a butterfly. Okay, but who? So, the noun, I saw a butterfly. So, I is a subject and the remaining part from saw is the predicate. Similarly, Neha and Sania are best friends. So, the nouns over here, Neha, Sania, friends. But when we look carefully, we get that we are talking about Neha and Sania. That Neha and Sania are best friends. So, Neha and Sania, here two subjects are their children. Look at this example. So, they are the subject and are best friends. Are is a helping verb. From are till friends, it is a predicate. Next, what frightened the lion? Yes, look at the sentence carefully. The starting is not a subject. What is a question word? Frightened is a feeling of being scared. And who was frightened? Who was scared? The lion. So the lion is the subject, and what frightened can be your predicate. Okay, now let's see the answers. Yes, this is your answer. See, you are all correct. Congratulations. Identify the subject and the predicate. Children, here is a list of almost 11 examples. Read the sentences carefully. Maybe you can pause the video, read it carefully, and check your answers in the next slide. In all, we understood a sentence, subject, predicate, and its identification. Practice, practice, and practice, as learning acquires precision only by practice. So, if you want that all the concepts which you have learned today should be helpful to you, you must keep practicing or at least look at these examples every now and then. And at the end, remember children, keep learning, keep growing.